Hello, my AP Statistics students. It's Mrs. Donnan here. This video is made to go through some important parts of the 2020 AP testing guide that were given out. About 2 nights ago, I watched a webinar. It was about an hour long, going through each of the slides that you'll find in this testing guide if you click on this link right here. What this document here will do is summarize some of the very important parts of that. Not a bad idea to go through and read through the testing guide, but in the meantime, let me take you through some important things that I need to talk to you about. First of all, we need to make sure that you are aware that your AP exam is Friday, May 22nd at 1 p.m., but there is a check-in a half hour before all AP exams, so our check-in is at 12:30. In order to access the exam, you're going to need an e-ticket. And this e-ticket will be emailed to you, but what might not be happening right now is you might not be receiving emails from College Board. So it's extremely important right now, I would do this ASAP, is go to myap.collegeboard.org and verify your email. But also, if they have the wrong email or an email that you just don't use, you can go here and you can update your email by clicking update. So make sure that you do this very soon so that we are getting all of the information from AP. The setup for the AP exam is 2 questions. You will sign in at 12:30, a half hour before your exam is scheduled to start. They will prompt you for your name, address, things like that, and you'll fill those out. Now, question 1 is going to be 25 minutes long. And after that 25 minutes is up, you will have 5 minutes to upload your responses. Then, not before that, that 30 minutes altogether is up, then after you have submitted your response, they will give you question 2. Question 2 will have 15 minutes to read and respond, so this is just slightly shorter. And again, you'll have 5 minutes to upload your responses. The 2 questions will be multi-focused. So there's a lot of guesses to how many parts question 1 will have, but you can expect that, there will be parts A, B, C, D, E, F. And part A might be something from chapter 1 and part B might be something from chapter 5 that relates the same topic of, coming from the same question. So just expect lots of parts to each of these 2 questions. The AP exam ticket is how you are going to actually get on and take the exam. You're going to receive this ticket 48 hours before the exam is actually set to start, or before that 12:30. So you're going to want to make sure that you go, to that email and you click on the yellow bar at 12:30, maybe a little before, on that Friday, May 22nd. Please make sure that you have the proper web browsers to access the exam. Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge are going to be okay. Internet Explorer, not okay. So what we're going to do is there's going to be a practice submission that you're going to need to do, and I'll talk a little more about that as we move on this page. Please make sure that you remove Grammarly, the Grammarly plugin on your computer. I don't know what that is, but it will cause complications with the AP browser, so make sure that's removed for the day of the test. The timing on the exam, you can read through this and it'll talk to you, that when the timer turns red, you'll have 5 minutes left, and you must stop what you are doing to submit your response. If you do not submit before this time is up, you will not be able to receive any points for the question. And the submission is going to be so important here. I know that you might not finish all parts of the question, and that is okay. In fact, they even informed us that you do not need to complete the entire question to receive a 5 on the exam, but you do need to make sure that you submit whatever work that you have done. Don't race through the test. Make sure that you're giving good answers. Make sure you're being very thorough. You remember your job is to show AP what you know and that you deserve that score that you hope to attain. If you don't know a question, and this can happen, part A you might not know. In fact, you might get that incorrect, but you might use part A to do part B and so on. If you, even though you may get an answer incorrect, as long as you use that incorrect properly in the next questions, you can still get part B in the next questions correct. So just make sure, even if you don't know something, I've seen people make up an answer and then proceed to the different parts using that answer. Even though it's wrong, if you do the rest of it right, they will give you those points. Number 5 is what we're still kind of struggling with, is what is the best way to submit your responses. There are 3 ways that you can submit your responses. And that can happen by attaching a text file. It can happen by just copying and paste what you're typing into the test. And option 3 is to attach a photo. My suggestion, and again, you can choose any one of these. And in fact, with the attaching a file or copying and paste, you'll notice if you click here, they will give you some keyboarding tips. How do we type in Y hat or piece of one, things like that. So if you click on there, it'll help show you some suggestions on how to type up these symbols. But that is why my suggestion is going to be option 3. Again, you do not have to do this option, but because of the importance of showing formulas and substitution work on the AP exam, and this goes along with like calculus too, is showing your work is really important, and typing your work can be very difficult. So what I will recommend is that we attach a photo. This is going to be a little complicated because you have to submit your photo on the same device that you are taking your test on, and you're not allowed to open the test on more than one device. Ideally, I do not want to be browsing through the test on my phone. It's going to be hard to see, it's going to be hard to read. Ideally, we want to be on our computer or laptop to be able to access the test. So what we're trying to figure out, and I will be getting you more information about that, is if we use our laptop, we're going to have to take a picture of it with our phone, send it to ourselves, get it to the laptop so that we can upload from the laptop. And we only have 5 minutes to do this. So I will be getting more information to you about this. But some things to be prepared for is that you're going to need to make sure that you have your AP ID initials and your page number on each of the page numbers that you're using. And you can have up to 5 pages per question. So you'll need 10 pages total, but most likely you're not going to use all 10 of those pages. Also, make sure if you're on part A, you've labeled part A, part B, part C. Let them know what question you are on and what parts on the question that you are on, and make sure that you write neat. So again, more information to come on this. Once you press submit, you will not be able to go back. So especially if we are uploading pictures, please make sure you've uploaded all of the pictures before you hit submit. You might have 4 pages to upload. Make sure they are uploaded, and then you will hit submit. There might be a situation where you get kicked out of the exam. If that happens, just quickly go back to your e-ticket and click on there to regain access to the exam. If this happens, hopefully, it won't be that much time and you can just continue and use the time allotted to complete the exam. At the end of the exam, wait for your confirmation page. Don't close the browser until you get this confirmation page. I'm going to even click on this sheet of paper that I'm going to send out to you is what do we need to do to set ourselves up for this exam. We're going to make sure that we have our exam e-ticket. We're going to complete the exam day checklist. Going to make sure that we have the appropriate browser to use, and also that we have a good internet connection. The day of the test, you're probably going to want to make sure that other people in your family are not using the network, or you can limit the use, especially people that might be watching, playing games like Fortnite or using streaming services like Netflix. This could hinder your connection, and that would be bad. So, you're going to kind of make sure that the house is aware that you are actually taking an AP exam. I would make sure you get your documents in order, get your notes in order, chapter 1, unit 1, put everything there because you can use those on the exam there, as long as they're there. You will not be able to download anything during the exam. And shared study notes like OneNote, you won't have it, you won't be able to you won't be able to access that because that might be having some collaboration violations. The formula page, that's your strawberry sheet. It's right here. You can click this link to print that. And just kind of think about where you're going to have a quiet room to take this exam, where you can plug in your device and turn off any distractions. Set an alarm on your phone for that AP exam on May 22nd at 1 o'clock with a check-in. Well, I would set that alarm for 12:30 so that you are ready. So again, all this information and more details of it can be found right here in this 2020 testing guide if you click on this on the page. So definitely go through and read through that. If you have any questions, please send them to me. Also, let me see where the demo is. Okay, right here, number 5, and on this sheet, there is the demo. I went to this the other night. It says that it's available May 4th, but it's available right now. cb.org/AP demo. This demo will help you to practice how we're going to submit our responses. So once I get some more information to you about how we can upload pictures of our paper, you're going to want to practice this. But I would even go there right now and see if you have a way of getting your picture to your computer so that you can then upload it to this demo. This is going to be very important that you do before May 22nd. Okay, guys, that's it. Hopefully this helps a little. I'm sure you have some questions. Please send me those questions, and I will answer them for you. And let me know if you go and use the demo or, and something's not working or you're not getting emails. Make sure you can access your College Board. But I'm going to be sending you lots of different videos from the College Board about just this process of taking the actual exam on the day. We want to get to a point where we feel comfortable with this process so that the day of the exam, you can just focus on what you're doing and do the best that you can on this exam. So I hope you all are doing well. I miss you. I'm sitting here in my empty classroom, really an empty school right now, to get some quiet from my kids, and I've tried to record this video like 50 times, and this is the one I'm going with so that I can go home. But I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.